Good morning students. Now let us continue chapter number 12, the heating effect of electric current. Now you know that the battery or cell is the source of energy. The chemical reaction within the cell, because chemicals are filled in the cell. So chemical energy that in the cell generate the potential difference between the two terminals. Two terminal means negative terminal and positive terminal, that sets the electron in motion to flow the current through a resistor or a system of resistors connected to the battery. We have also seen that to maintain the current, the source has to keep expending its energy. And where does this energy go? So, source of energy in maintaining the current may be consumed into the useful work like rotating the blades of electric fan, and rest of source of energy may be expended in heat to raise the temperature of the gadget. We often observe this in our daily life. An electric fan becomes hot if used continuously for longer time. On the other hand, if the electric circuit is purely resistive, means the configuration of resistors only connected to the battery, the source energy continually gets dissipated entirely in the form of heat. This is known as heating effect of electric current. Now you have seen, when the bulb is continuously glowing, after a long time the bulb also become hot. So here the electrical, some of the part of the energy that convert into heat energy. This effect is utilized in devices such as electric heater, electric iron, oven, etc. Now let us derive the formula for it. The considers current flowing I and through the resistor R. Let the potential difference across it be the V. Let T is the time during which a charge Q flows through the circuit. The work done in moving the charge Q through the potential difference V is VQ. Therefore, the source must supply energy equal to VQ in time T. Now, the power input to the circuit by source, power is denoted by P. P is equal to VQ upon T. But you know that Q upon T, last time we have discussed in current, that Q upon T is I, therefore P is equal to VI. This is our formula number 1. Okay. Now, the energy supplied to the circuit by the source in time T, that is P into T. So, it is equal to VIT. Here H is the heat energy. H is the heat energy is equal to V into I into T. Then what happens to the energy expended by the source? This current I, amount of heat energy H produced in time T, that H is equal to VIT, where V is the potential difference, I is the current and T is the time. Okay, so this is formula number 2. Then applying the Ohm's law, you know Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. So I into I, that is I square, R into T. So this formula number 3. H is equal to I square RT according to Ohm's law. If you put the value of V is equal to IR, we derive this formula I square RT. This is known as the Joule's formula, Joule's law of the heating, for the heating. The law implies that heat produced in the resistor is directly proportional to the square of the current for a given resistance and directly proportional to the resistance for a given current, and third, directly proportional to the time for which the current flows through the resistor. In practical situation, when an electric appliance is connected to known voltage source, it is used after calculating the current through it using the relation I is equal to V upon R. So this formula may be asked for 3 marks derivation. Now see the example number 12.10. Example number 12.10.